Okay, it is 1 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. We could have a roll call, please.
Bob Scanlon.
Gary Pastor.
Scott Sobey.
Sandy Slavin.
Jim Gibberti. Okay. This meeting today is to authorize a municipal relief transfer from the reserve fund. It's in the amount of $300,000. And it's for Weston and Sampson invoices and year-end salaries.
Can we get a breakout of what's what?
That was all I have.
So we have no idea how much we've overspent for contractors.
At the moment, I can't tell you. You can get that from the office.
Shouldn't we have had, I'm sorry, shouldn't we have had it for this meeting?
Not necessarily. This was a request coming down from the accounting office. Judy has to do this. She needed it for year-end transfer.
Well, my suggestion would be to approve it, but then to ask her for a breakdown of where it's all going.
Oh yeah, we can do that very easily.
And 300,000 is it's a very round number.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like it's hitting specific numbers that were given to the treasurer's office or the accounting office. So I imagine there's they've built in some flexibility for other overages.
Possibly. I don't know that that's the case. Probably they don't have the final numbers of Weston and Sampson and the year-end salaries altogether. That may be. Or they've added a little fudge in there just in case. But we've got the money. It's not a.
Well, it's hard to believe we don't know what salaries have already been issued for people before the end of the fiscal year as to how much we went over.
We can get that information. Like I said before.
I know, but I'm disappointed, Jimmy. We didn't have it ahead of time.
Well, this was a lot. Okay.
My concern, Jim, with this is we're gathered here today just to do this, and
right.
how does it creep up on us in this situation? How come we don't know with all the meetings we've had? We don't know the process, and now we find out we're underfunded in an account, i.e., a budget issue or something else. A process is not working correctly. I agree with Scott. We approve it. We approve it.
I think combination here, Carrie, between a process and a budgeting situation.
Right.
I think it's a combination of both. I can't tell you which would be the leading factor in this, but I think
that topic or topics should be on our next agenda so we get a good understanding of why something like this takes place.
No problem.
I think it's part and parcel of how I feel is the opacity of the whole budgeting process. And we didn't see the budget until town meeting, which I didn't think was a good practice. So I think we need to review the whole process by which the plant has financed everything, how the budget is put together.
And honestly, if you take a look at the town charter, section 3.7, subsection F, quote, annually by January 5th, the Board of Sewer Commissioners shall provide a detailed and balanced budget for the sewer system and the sewer enterprise fund to the town administrator. I don't understand why we're not following the charter. I don't hear any comments.
Well, my comment is we don't do the budget.
But our charter says we do.
I'm not disagreeing with you. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer.
Yeah.
Since we don't even have a budget process, I would call it budget process. All right, so we don't do it. It's put there on paper. I saw it months ago, and this is what it is. And there's no weekly or monthly follow to a budget, other than are we gonna make it to the end of the year?
Yep.
And I don't operate that way. I don't work that way, and it's kind of embarrassing that we're in this position.
Yes, and maybe it's high time we take a look at the charter for all of the Board of Sewer Commissioners, all sections, to see what else can be modified other than powers and duties. But that's another topic.
I think it's an excellent point, Sandy, and I think we should have, that should be the top agenda item for our next workshop, is what the budget process is and how that interacts with the town charter.
And that, yes. So Jimmy, can you make note that for the next workshop, we do the budget process?
I just did that, thank you.
Well, I didn't know you did that.
Okay.
All right.
You can see me, I'm writing it.
No. Okay,
So that brings us to the central point of the meeting, which is to approve the transfer of $300,000.
Yes,
Can I ask a question first? What happens if we don't approve it? Does the world come to an end right now at the sewer department?
no, just means that the Sampson and Weston and Sampson doesn't get paid and the year-end salaries have overexceeded budget. They've already been paid.
Are these year-end salaries our personnel? or
We
is
have
it-
no idea.
Yeah.
We have nothing, we have no information on this request. Which is disappointing.
I think you said that.
I know, and I'm going to keep saying it, Jimmy.
Okay.
Can we vote to approve transfer contingent on the information being provided to us? Or is,
I think if you do that, there's no contingency. Once it goes into the funds, then it's going to be available to be paid out.
That was confusing.
so
It
so we only
is.
have-
I imagine there's some urgency to it. But it was brought to us by the town, not the sewer department. Is that right? From town
Yes.
accounting?
Who
Correct,
did it come from? Town accounting or sewer department?
town accounting. For year end.
So they basically hit us up at the last minute?
Yep.
Well,
And-
there's,
FinCom has a meeting tonight to talk about all of them. We're
Right.
not the only ones with this problem.
right,
So we have two choices. One is to approve it and the other is to not approve it.
Then I make a motion that we approve the transfer of $300,000 from the reserve fund to cover the expenses and salaries needed for year end.
okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion?
Part of it is we wanted an explanation, but I want to approve it and then ask for the explanation after the fact, which is not good accounting practice.
No.
Correct.
And make sure that it's done like this, like that in the future.
Yeah.
So that this doesn't happen again.
Well, we can talk about having quarterly reports of where we stand against budget levels, and I think we had been receiving them, and I think it might have stopped.
Yeah, I'll put this on the next workshop, first of all, so that we can come up with a policy direction.
I think that, every other week when we meet, the director is in the agenda. The director gives a report, but it's always a verbal report. And I think we need to think about how that happens, how the report is done, whether there's something written, whether there's a financial statement each time or every other time or something so that we have some record other than a verbal record that which may not be reflected in the minutes or may not be reflected accurately in the minutes. Or
Yeah,
the
a little
sub-
more substantive, little bit more substantive, probably formatted, so we hit on all the pertinent points.
Exactly.
I agree with that. Let me add this. I would think it would be appropriate that we provide him a list of items we want in a format that we want it in. So that when it comes to us every 2 weeks, we understand what we're talking about with respect to the budget. And also we talk about this approving of contracts. I don't know how many contractors we have working for us. I don't know how long their contracts last. I don't know when they expire. I don't the expiry dates on any of them. I don't know when they go out to bid, et cetera, et cetera. That should be an every 2 week spreadsheet for us to see, along with an appropriate budget. And you guys keep using the word budget. We don't have a budget. All right. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut at this point in time until we meet in person. All right.
Hey,
So-
Jimmy, we have a motion on the floor.
You didn't want, okay.
Okay, all those in favor, and I'd like a voice vote on this, please.
Bob Scanlon, aye.
Scott Selby, aye.
Sandy Slavin, aye.
Barry Pastor, no.
And Jim Gibberti, aye. So that's
410.
410.
Who seconded?
Bob did.
I seconded it.
So you can tell them, Jimmy, we've approved it, but we want to know exactly where these funds will be allocated.
Try to get some of that information this afternoon. But we'll see.
Thank you,
if I can
Jimmy.
get it. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Seconded,
At
All in
1:12.
favor? Okay. All in favor?
aye.
Aye.